Imagine walking through a city carved entirely from rose-colored stone, where every sunrise turns the ancient walls into liquid gold. Picture yourself floating above crystal-clear waters so blue they seem to glow from within, or standing before temples that appear to emerge from mist like something from a dream. What if I told you that magic isn't just found in fairy tales? It exists in real places on our planet, waiting for you to discover them? Welcome back to Tour Guide Elite, where we turn the impossible into your next adventure. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most magical places on Earth. Destinations so extraordinary they'll make you question if you're still on the same planet. These aren't just beautiful locations. They're places where wonder comes alive, where every moment feels like stepping into another world. If you're ready to witness magic in real life and create memories that will feel like dreams for the rest of your life, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because what you're about to see will redefine what you thought was possible on Earth. Starting our countdown at number 10, Santorini is where the Aegean Sea meets the sky in an explosion of blue and white that seems painted by the gods themselves. This volcanic island rises dramatically from the sea, with whitewashed buildings clinging to cliff tops like sugar cubes scattered by giants. The sunsets here are legendary. Each evening, the sky transforms into a canvas of gold, pink, and purple that reflects off the caldera waters below. The black sand beaches are remnants of ancient volcanic eruptions, creating a striking contrast against the brilliant blue sea. Oya Village looks like it was designed by angels, with its blue-domed churches and narrow pathways that wind between boutique hotels and infinity pools. The wine here is extraordinary, grown in volcanic soil that gives it a unique mineral taste found nowhere else on Earth. At number 9, Banff National Park proves that Mother Nature is the ultimate artist, creating landscapes so perfect they look like fantasy paintings. Turquoise lakes mirror snow-capped peaks in reflections so clear, they create optical illusions that will make you question reality. Lake Louise is often called the jewel of the Canadian Rockies, and one look at its emerald waters surrounded by glacial peaks explains why. The park is home to grizzly bears, mountain goats, and elk that roam freely through valleys carved by glaciers over millions of years. In winter, the park transforms into a wonderland of ice hotels, frozen waterfalls, and northern lights dancing across star-filled skies. The hot springs here have been soothing visitors for over a century, offering the magical experience of soaking in warm mineral waters while surrounded by snow-covered mountains. Number 8 takes us to the Rose City, where an entire civilization carved their masterpiece directly into pink sandstone cliffs. Walking through the narrow, sick canyon feels like entering a secret passage to another world, with towering walls that seem to close in overhead before opening dramatically to reveal the treasury. A facade so intricate it defies belief. This ancient Nabatean city was hidden from the outside world for centuries, rediscovered only in 1812 by a Swiss explorer. The rock formations here change color throughout the day, shifting from pale pink in the morning to deep red at sunset, as if the stones themselves are alive. The engineering marvels here include a sophisticated water management system that allowed this desert city to flourish for over 400 years. Climbing to the monastery at sunset offers views that will forever change your definition of magnificent. At number 7, Kyoto is where ancient traditions and natural beauty create pure magic in every season. This city is home to over 2,000 temples and shrines, each one a masterpiece of architecture and spiritual energy. The famous Fushimi Inari shrine features thousands of vermilion torii gates that create tunnels of red leading up the mountainside like pathways to heaven. The bamboo groves of Arashiyama create a green cathedral where sunlight filters through towering stalks, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that inspired countless films and dreams. During cherry blossom season, the city transforms into a pink paradise where hanami parties celebrate the fleeting beauty of spring. The geisha districts preserve centuries-old traditions, where you might glimpse these living artworks gliding silently through lantern-lit streets. Kyoto's Zen gardens are spaces of such perfect harmony, they seem to slow time itself. Halfway through our countdown, Machu Picchu stands as proof that human achievement can be as magical as any natural wonder. This lost city of the Incas sits 8,000 feet above sea level, perched on a mountain ridge that seems impossible to reach, let alone build upon. The precision of the stonework is so perfect that archaeologists still can't explain how it was accomplished without modern tools. Morning mist often shrouds the ruins, creating an ethereal atmosphere where the ancient city appears to float among the clouds. The astronomical alignments built into the structures show that the Incas understood celestial movements with incredible accuracy. Hiking the Inca Trail to reach Machu Picchu is a pilgrimage that takes you through cloud forests and over mountain passes, building anticipation for one of the most emotional moments you'll ever experience. The energy here is palpable. Standing among these ancient stones, you can feel the presence of a civilization that achieved the impossible. At number 5, rain proves that fairy tales are real and they're located in the Lofoten Islands of Norway. This fishing village sits at the edge of the world, where dramatic peaks rise directly from the sea like ancient guardians protecting this Arctic paradise. The traditional red fishing huts called rorbuer sit on stilts over the water, creating perfect reflections that double the beauty of every photograph. During the polar night, the northern lights dance across the sky in displays of green, purple, and pink that seem to celebrate the darkness. The midnight sun of summer creates an otherworldly experience where golden light bathes the landscape for months without true darkness. The hiking here leads to peaks that offer views of the Norwegian Sea, stretching endlessly toward the horizon. Despite being above the Arctic Circle, the Gulf Stream keeps temperatures surprisingly mild, creating a magical microclimate where life flourishes in impossible beauty. Number 4 brings us to the Blue Pearl, where an entire city has been painted in every shade of blue imaginable, creating a living work of art nestled in the Rift Mountains. Every wall, every doorway, every staircase in this Medina is painted in blues that range from powder blue to deep indigo, creating a maze of color that feels like wandering through a dream. The tradition of painting everything blue began in the 1930s when Jewish refugees brought the custom of painting homes blue to symbolize the sky and heaven. The narrow streets wind up and down the mountainside, creating surprises around every corner where blue walls frame views of distant mountains. The local markets overflow with hand-woven textiles, pottery, and spices that create a sensory feast of colors, sounds, and scents. Cats seem to be the unofficial residents of this blue city, appearing in doorways and on rooftops like living decorations in this artistic masterpiece. Our top 3 begins with Bagan, where over 10,000 temples and pagodas create a landscape that looks like it was designed by the gods themselves. This ancient city along the Irrawaddy River was once home to over 10,000 Buddhist temples, and today, over 2,000 still stand, creating a horizon punctuated by spires and stupas as far as the eye can see. Watching the sunrise from a hot air balloon over this temple-dotted plain is an experience that will haunt your dreams forever. The temples range from massive structures that dwarf modern buildings to intimate shrines where single Buddha statues sit in meditation. The golden hour here is truly golden. When the sun rises or sets, the temples glow like beacons of light scattered across the landscape. Horse-drawn carts still navigate the dusty roads between temples, creating a timeless atmosphere where past and present blend seamlessly. The spirituality here is tangible. You can feel the prayers and meditation of centuries soaked into the very stones. At number 2, Hallstatt looks like it was designed by someone who wanted to create the most beautiful village possible and then decided to place it in the most stunning location on Earth. This lakeside village sits between a pristine alpine lake and towering mountains, creating reflections so perfect they seem surreal. The 16th century alpine houses, with their painted facades and flower boxes, create a storybook atmosphere where every building looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. The lake is so clear, you can see the bottom even in deep water, and the surrounding mountains provide a dramatic backdrop that changes with the seasons. The salt mine here has been operating for over 4,000 years, making this one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited settlements. The bone chapel in the local cemetery contains over 600 painted skulls, creating a unique reminder of the village's long history. Taking the funicular up to the viewing platform offers views that will make you understand why this village has inspired artists and dreamers for centuries. And our number 1 most magical place on Earth is the Maldives, where paradise isn't just a concept. It's a daily reality spread across 1,092 coral islands in the Indian Ocean. The water here glows with bioluminescent plankton at night, creating beaches that sparkle like stardust with every wave. The overwater bungalows seem to float on waters so clear and blue, they appear to be liquid sapphires. Each resort typically occupies its own island, creating private paradises, where your biggest decision is whether to snorkel with manta rays or relax in your private lagoon. The coral reefs here are like underwater gardens, where tropical fish create living rainbows against the white sand bottom. The sunsets paint the sky in colors that seem too intense to be real, while the night sky, unpolluted by city lights, reveals the Milky Way in all its glory. This is where turquoise waters meet powder-soft beaches, where luxury meets natural beauty, and where every moment feels like a dream you never want to wake up from. There you have it, 10 places on Earth where magic is real and waiting for you to experience it. From the rose-colored stones of Petra to the crystal-clear waters of the Maldives, these destinations prove our planet is far more magical than we ever imagined. Which magical destination called to your soul the most? Drop a comment below and share your own magical travel moments with our community. Subscribe to Tour Guide Elite for more incredible travel content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest destination reveals. Like this video if it sparked your wanderlust. Until next time, keep believing in magic. Keep exploring the impossible, and remember, the most magical places on Earth are waiting for you. Thanks for watching.